Marvel's Avengers released September 4th for Microsoft Windows, Google Stadia, the PlayStation 4, and the Xbox One. Now, the question on everybody's minds is, should I pick this up? Well, it depends. Comic book fans are going to absolutely love this. However, if you don't like the comics and you love the movies, you're probably not going to like this because this doesn't follow the movies. And that's perfectly fine. Now, Kamala Khan, which is shown here with Iron Man, is a young girl when A-Day happens. And as you play the game, you're going to see the events of A-Day firsthand, and you're going to see the fallout. 5 years later, that eventually saw Kamala Khan become a superhero and bring the Avengers back together. Now, there were a lot of complaints about this, especially after E3 2019, particularly regarding the character models. Black Widow and Captain America were both critiqued heavily, but as you can see here, both of these characters have been significantly reworked, taking these complaints and criticisms into mind. So there was a lot of backlash about a number of different aspects of the Marvel's Avengers game that Crystal Dynamics was putting together. And people outside the industry aren't really going to understand, myself included, but thanks to CNET, they actually gave us a glimpse into a canceled Avengers game that was being built by THQ years ago that just wasn't meant to be. And it kind of shows us just how difficult putting together something on this grand of a scale truly is, especially when you're dealing with characters that are in both comics and movies. My biggest complaint, of course, was people want Avengers because of the 2012 movie. But to be honest, the Avengers were in comics long before they were ever a movie. Long before Iron Man was ever in theaters. They were in comics. And so I guess it makes sense for Crystal Dynamics to have turned to the comics and pretty much ignored the movies. And now that I've actually played the game myself, I think it's brilliant what they've done. Yeah, there are some technical issues. I did get kicked out of the game a couple of times when I was fighting some huge bosses. Not the final one, but some other huge bosses. But Crystal Dynamics is devoted to this game, to fixing the issues, to giving us DLC characters in the future. On the helicarrier, Hawkeye has a room. Of course, the light isn't on, but he's on his way. So I can only imagine the characters we're going to get next. As a comic book fan, this game is so much damn fun. And there is so much potential for future characters. I can't wait to see who they bring next year, the year after. It's going to be great. You know, I'm looking forward to it. And I think any comic book fan is really going to enjoy this game as well. Thanks for checking out this video. I greatly appreciate it. This is Steve Sterling with Sentinel 17 Gaming.